What's up, guys? It's Buddha Bear, and I'm back with another video. Now, this one is kind of going to be like a part two to the anxiety video. I know that I said that the next video would be about confidence, but after I made that last video, I felt like there was a lot more I had to say. So I was like, I might as well just make a second video, put it as a part two, and just throw it on the channel for whoever wants to see it. But pretty much what this video is going to be about is, I'm going to go more in detail in depth about anxiety. So anxiety, as I said in the last, is basically worrying about something that hasn't happened yet or something that you cannot control. So in the detail that I wanted to go, the part that I wanted to go in detail on was the part about suppressing it. So most people worry about like what's going to happen in the future, to where they stop what they're doing in the present because they're too busy worrying about what's going to happen in the future or worrying about something they can't control. And as I gave tips in the last video, I'm basically saying that you need to be able to, you need to be able to write down and also see what you can control in the present. Because since it's in the present and it's not in the future, you have more control now than you do then, if that makes any sense. So this will help you cut down on some of the worry or some of the anxiety that you've been feeling about it. This allows you to honestly sit back and see what you can do or the steps you can take to get to that point, if that makes sense, right? So I just wanted to go in detail and basically say, what can you do? Well, go in detail and tell you about what you can do now. So whatever is making you worry, like I said in the last video, figure it out. Write down what's making you feel like that. What's making you have these anxious feelings or make you feel this anxiety. Whatever's making you feel that, write it down. Write down the problems. Write down the solutions. Figure it out, right? But I'm basically going to tell you how to stop doing that. Because I'm not going to lie, I still have anxiety sometimes. And it's not as bad as it was when I was younger, like high school, middle school, really, like 2 years ago. Really, it's just now, my anxiety is just now getting better because I'm actually working on it. So what I'm basically just trying to tell you is, whatever in the future is in the future. You can't control the future, and if you can control the future, you most likely are a superhero, or you got the time stone. I don't know what, Jesus or something, whatever it is, right? If you can't control the future or you can't control the situation that is making you feel like this, then don't worry about it. Do what you can. And how this could help you is if you know what you can do in the present. So if you know, let's say a scenario, right? Let's say there's something you want and you're not sure if you're able to get it, but you know that if you put in work now, if you focus on what you're doing now, if you're taking time out to do and practicing on what you need to do now, that thing that you want in the future is certain. Like, you know, for a shadow out of a doubt that you, whether that be a abs, or you not wanting to get out of shape, or you wanting to get an exam, it makes that future that you want more certain, to where you're not worrying about all these little things of you not being enough, or you not doing enough, or you giving up, or you just don't see yourself doing it. You just seeing nothing but negative outcomes. Because that's another thing anxiety is. You mainly just looking at the negative outcomes. You're not even looking at nothing positive. You wouldn't be feeling like that if it was positive. But if you only looking at the negative outcomes, but you know that if you do what you can now, whatever in the future, you can definitely, if you do what you can now, whatever in the future becomes more certain over time. And what most people get their head wrapped around is that in sculpture. Let's say sculpture, structure, or that end idea that you've been having for months. That's what people is getting their head wrapped around. And I learned something in the past few weeks, that people would rather focus on the outcome instead of the progress. And I remember seeing this video, I think it was like a Will Smith, and he was talking about, and I think he was talking about, well, he was something along the lines of anxiety, and he was like, to reach your goal, instead of worrying about the goal, he was saying worry about like you building a house, and how the house has got bricks, and you're laying down one brick, or you're laying down a brick one by one. He said focus on just that one brick, how perfectly you can lay that one brick. And that's what most people get their head wrapped around, is they rather think about the outcome or the finishing product or the end goal instead of the process it takes to get there. You rather worry about the outcome than the process. You just have to trust the process. If every day you wake up and you do the things that you know will get you to your goal, then by the time that day comes, you know that you have whatever you was being anxious about was certain. It's there. It's in your face now. You don't have nothing to worry about. Because I'm not gonna lie, I usually make these videos just to help me also. Because these are like my inner thoughts being put on the internet, basically, right? So instead of worrying about the end outcome or the end goal, worry about the process of what you can do now. So, because if you worrying about the end goal and the outcome, and you ain't doing nothing to build it to that or get you to that end goal or that outcome, then that's where your anxiety will set in. Because you're too busy worrying about the end, and you're not doing nothing about what you can't control. So every day, just from now on, every day, wake up, wake up, do what you need to do in that day, whether that be schoolwork or going to the gym or feeding your pet, making a YouTube video, making a TikTok video, whatever it is. Do that one thing every single day, and I'm telling you, by the end, you won't even know that the end goal is there. It's just gonna be in your face. But you trust the process. You woke up every day, even though you didn't feel like doing it, you woke up, you was like, let me just get this out the way. You trust in the process instead of trusting the end goal. Because a goal is a goal, but if you ain't putting no type of practice into it, you're not going to get there or get to the point that you want. So I'm just making this video to basically put it as a part two of my last video about anxiety. This one will be, this one is the part two. So the next video for certain is definitely going to be about confidence. I just going to get around. It's probably going to be in the next 2 days because I made this one. So I'm probably going to do it on Tuesday. It might get posted Wednesday. It might be on Tuesday though. Well, it's for certain on Tuesday. It's either going to get posted Tuesday night or Wednesday morning. Whatever one. So yeah, that's basically the next video, and I'll catch y'all later.